Yeah, I believe this is episode 8 in Stellaris. So we've had quite the campaign going. Let OBS catch up. Um, our space sloths, are peacefully. The Druskish Enlightened Kingdom. We're peacefully colonizing what we can. We've explored most of the galaxy. We had most recently. This has been a week at least, maybe 2, since we played. Most recently, the big event that happened was we opened the L gates to the mysterious L cluster, which is this cluster of stars in here, and nobody knew what would happen. There's actually several possible outcomes, and the outcome that did happen was that a bunch of space dragons showed up through the L gates across the galaxy, and they're just kind of roaming around, and it seems like they're heading towards one of our systems. I think it was this one, Sinistra. An immature space dragon is currently in orbit of the star. And we don't know why. Another major event that happened just before we stopped last time is that the Marauder clans that were to our north unified under one banner and started this Sidmatlian horde, and they're trying to conquer the galaxy. So far, they literally just started. But I think that they're too little too late. Their fleets are not insignificant. The numbers here, 18,000, 13,000, another 13 and 20,000. These are not small fleets. But the whole galaxy is currently gearing up to defend itself from the Mishran Annihilators, which has big fleets. So everyone else is getting big fleets. Even us peaceful sloths, we've got fleets 26, 23, 61. And so I'm not too concerned about these guys, but they are a lot closer than those guys. And so we are going to be dealing with those first. But we're trying to be peaceful. And in the meanwhile, we have a space UN. And we are currently the most dominant diplomatic weight player in the space UN. But we have not really flexed that muscle yet. I think we started. We might actually have a proposal out here. Did we start one? Maybe not, but we do want to start a proposal here pretty soon. We want to have a galactic council. We think that having 20 different species and nations all squabbling over what is to be done is just too inefficient when we are facing big threats across the galaxy. And so we need somebody who can bring order to this chaos. And it might need to be us. So I'm just trying to see where that one was. Galactic Reforms. Former Galactic Council. It's already on the Senate floor. Oh, we're literally voting for it right now. Okay. In fact, I was the one to propose it. So we did this last time. And so it is a couple months away from being finished, but it looks like we will form a council. And that will put us at the on the galactic stage to call the shots on what's going on. We also have the L cluster, the L gate here at Terminal Egress, this black hole. This L gate is the hub with many spokes on the wheel, and so every L gate in the galaxy, which I could point to a couple in our own, we got a place here. It's this black hole here with the symbol. We got another one up here. Every one of those are connected now through our system, which means we control the bottleneck, the ultimate bottleneck in the galaxy. We can travel anywhere. We could go from here and just show up on their doorstep. I do believe, though, they could do the same to us. So we need to defend this as well. And that's where most of our fleet's parked, is up here. Oh, good memory, Cardella. Yes. So when we had colonized this, it's been a bug since forever. You couldn't see the border, but now you can. You can see us up there. Good memory. And so that's pretty much the review. Our neighbors are not looking so great. We had initially thought about joining their alliance, the purple or the gray alliance. There's a gray north and south. They're one alliance. And then the purple is one alliance. Both of them are being pushed by the Annihilators, and then both of them, it seems as though they are fighting each other. See how there's a gray on this purple, and there's a purple on this gray? Everyone's conquering each other. Nobody's worried about the Annihilators, apparently. Although I think the warrior clans up here are actually holding them back. I think that's what's going on. So I just want to check out our fleet here. We still only have Corvette fleets, but I think we were researching... That's right, we're spending all of our alloys as quick as we can get it. That's what we're doing. We're researching the ability for battleships. We're also trying to just gear up the war machine. We're trying to get to where we can actually pump out more alloys. We don't need 200 alloys a turn. We need 1,000 alloys a turn. So economy-wise, we were very much a peaceful economy, and we're trying to change that up. So this is a agricultural world that I'm going to change to a forge world. Alright, and we'll unpause. Looks like we're using up some extra exotic gases. Are we doing anything that's causing that? Ah, the terraforming gases. Something has happened. I don't remember what was going on. It looks like it was an anomaly. Oh, up in the L cluster. It is an anomaly. So the source of the unusual energy readings noted on Yakari 4 is confirmed to be a small blue orb. The scientists report that sensors pick up tachyons of reverse polarity. Symbols are carved into the ground around the object, perhaps placed there by an older civilization. It is unclear whether they are meant as an instruction or a warning. The full inscription is far from translated, but individual symbols seemed related to the measuring of time and the relative positions of celestial objects in the Yakari system. We could study it or just say, it's too dangerous. Alright, Elias. Thanks for hanging. We're going to study this. We want to know. We want to know. Yep, there's a rivalry formed between our purple and oh, that's the Annihilators. Ooh. Not going to go well. Oh, we found out Yakari 4 while working on the site. Junior Science Navia Patlil brushed against the blue orb. She later described a vision of time stretching out like a river into the infinite future and past. In front of her, blue energy arced out of the time stream and was absorbed by her body. Although the incident was accurately measured by the other scientists and to span less than a second, she experienced it for more than an hour. After the vision ended, Navia Patlili was certain that the time would no longer affect her. With an infinite lifetime ahead, she wanted to use her endless time to explore the universe on her own. We can wish her safe travels, or say, nope, you are promoted, and we gain a new scientist who gains the chronofuge trait, granting the effect of immortality. Now that's pretty cool. But I'm going to point out, we actually are over our leader capacity, and there's not much left for our scientists to do. Like, this L cluster is the only thing left to explore. We don't need the scientist, but maybe she'll find some secret in the vast unknown. So I think I'm just going to let her go. It's what she wants anyway. Safe travels to our sloth friend. Okay, code breaking. We should be able to see more of what's going on there. We're continually trying to upgrade our fleet, so I think the shields make the most sense here. Assuming, let's actually check. Assuming nothing, no crazy technologies have happened. Yes. Level 4. Let's get level 5 shields. There's a lot here. Okay, so this is a different type of shield that we could do. This is really nice. The downside of it is that it costs ancient fragments here, ancient relics, minor relics to maintain. So every time I build and replace these expendable corvettes, we'll have to be replacing a whole bunch of relics as well. But this is a rare tech. It'd be nice to have it before it goes away. I think we'll grab it. We're probably not going to equip it right away. We'll do the regular shields. I think we're terraforming a few things. Fervor. I'm going to... Well, we can afford it, but I don't want to forget. We've got this terraforming gases on. Okay. Our construction ship is standing by. Should go build the starbase there. That blue bar is the teleport through the L gate.
Blocker cleared.
Oh, that's right. We have the Ahab with our renowned Admiral. Was I able to move him? Yeah, I've got 4 admirals, but I couldn't put the Ahab into its own fleet. We still have our other pirate guy. We've got G.E. Toe over here. And then we've got our legendary guy on the big fleet. So I think we're just waiting until we can afford a 4th real fleet, and then we're going to move this admiral over to it. They actually just did. So there was the Red Anger guy's expanding. Yes. So there was a group right here. There was actually like a subspecies that had one system, and they just died. It just happened. In fact, I need to move my fleet down here. And if they happen to take out this one, we could build a defensive station here. It'd be much better than 3 defensive stations down here. Can we terraform these yet? Nope, no climate restoration. So yeah, these are they're just going around bombarding everything until it ceases to exist. If this other fleet shows up and defeats them, though, then it'll automatically rebuild the starbase and they'll get the system back. The planet will rebuild the starbase. So they're just trying to bomb them into oblivion. They only just started, 3% devastation. But that's kind of what they do. Is these guys live on starbases. They don't live on planets. So they just wipe out everybody and then build their own starbases. That's their thing. And we might have to fight and contain them. I was just hoping to get a full fleet here.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
The resolution has been passed, so the vote is going to happen. The council election imminent. It'll be held in 177 days. The top candidates, the Druskish Enlightened Kingdom with 24,000 votes, along with the Yuru Warriors and the Next Nexus. So these northern guys, who have been solidly large all game, they're not infighting like the southern armies. Those looks like the 3 of us are going to be the ones to call the shots for the galaxy going forward. Can also do something with these minor artifacts. We're maxed out on those. That just gives us a lump sum of unity for 200 artifacts, and we'll get them back. We're getting 13 a turn. I can even get 500 energy for, nothing. It's not worth it, but that does give us a jump here. And we have the unyielding trait for defensive stations. We actually have the ability to get one of our last 2 slots here. These are important choices right now. Normally, you have to have supremacy. See, there's an ad break. I don't want to lose everyone, so if you don't catch this, or, well, you won't hear me anyway, but hopefully everyone catches this. Supremacy is very important because it gives this 10% ship fire rate, which is essentially 10% more ship power. The damage to star bases is useful. The naval capacity increasing by 20%. And the ship build cost reduction by 10%. All of those are great. Command limit for your fleet gets increased by 40 overall. This is very good. Even if you're just planning on defensive wars, even if it's just defensive, supremacy is useful very much. And you know, that's probably what we should do, given the fact that the galaxy is in dire straits. But there are some other options. For example, we are looking to become the lead counselor of the galaxy, and so we could go politics. The galactic stage is set, and we intend to have the leading role. This would give us a pioneer politics agenda that we can work on to give us an extra envoy, which is like 10% more influence. Envoys aside to the galactic community now produce extra influence, which we can spend on proposing things. If we adopt all of them, we get an additional 10% galactic diplomatic weight and 4 special resolutions in the community that otherwise you cannot have access to. That's not even counting just the individual things. Whenever you propose a resolution that passes, you gain favor. Whenever you support somebody, whenever somebody that you proposed passes, you gain unity. Your veto ability to veto things is improved. Diplomatic weight after a resolution is passed by somebody else, so I gain a lot of diplomatic weight. Influence cost reduction to veto things. This is all quite interesting. The debate is going to be on whether or not we need the supremacy now, just to survive. Now, there's some other things we didn't do for efficiency either. We didn't do discovery, which would have been a 10% in science speed, which is wonderful. We did not do that because we're role playing. Harmony is actually pretty good for us being a spiritualist species. And so we could do that. This is another kind of economic one. Mercantile is going to be an economic one as well. We're not going to worry about that either. And then there's subterfuge. Subterfuge is not good for the spying. Spying is not good. It does help spying, but it's just that spying is not good. What it does do is gives us extra envoys. And it gives us tracking and evasion chance. So our ships hit more and our hit themselves less. But we don't really care about the rest of the spying side of things. It also increases cloaking if we cared about that, which we don't. So if we wanted it, we could do it for the envoy. I think we'll skip. I think it's going to be the politics and supremacy. The question is in which order. And I think we're going to go politics. Not because it's the best play, but because it's what the peaceful sloths want to see in life. We want to help the galaxy come to a peaceful resolution, and we're going to need to do some political wheeling and dealing to make that happen. Not the wisest situation, not the wisest choice with the Annihilators on our doorstep. We're going to do it.
Council agenda available.
So we have every envoy assigned to the community produces 0.1. We got an extra envoy. Once we unpause, it'll have an extra envoy. Rooster, welcome back. Welcome. Hey, Cardella. Yes, you were. We are playing some Stellaris. We had some ups and downs in Mechabellum today, but it's been a while since we've done Stellaris. And Stellaris is going to be getting a major patch next week. More content, all sorts of things. Which means we need to progress our game because it's not going to be compatible. We need to see what happens here. Our Space Sloths. This is Space Sloths. Here, let me pull here's my avatar. There I am. Drewski, Pastor Drewski, leader of the Drewskish Enlightened Kingdom. We are Space Sloths. We have untapped our psionic potential. We've reached into the other dimensions. There's all sorts of things going on. But the most important pressing matter is that there's these Mishran Annihilators conquering the galaxy. Thanks, Rooster. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you get better. So we're trying to lead the Space UN, the remaining guys, into the path of unification against the Annihilators. It's going to be a long road to do that. I don't know if it'll even be possible. We are on the hardest difficulty. Oh, and I apologize this. Rooster, you probably didn't even think of this, because I'm still tagged for Mechabellum, aren't I? I need to change this out to Stellaris. There we are, Stellaris. My apologies. So we are, we're role-playing as peaceful Slavs, but we are fully aware that military is going to be the solution to a lot of what's going on happening now. There's also a growing horde trying to conquer the galaxy, but I think they just might have been thwarted. We'll see. More battles going on here. Yeah, I think the horde is actually going to be contained. To the point that perhaps we want to get in on the action here, see if there's any archaeological work we can do from having defeated them. So I think we're going to send our fleet in to help.
Anomaly found.
Ooh. Bits and pieces of metal are strewn across VK1757's surface. That's an asteroid over here in the L cluster. Encircling what looks like the hulk of an old ship. The wreckage appears deserted, but the energy readings remain. We're going to research that. It won't take long. So there's a cluster of stars that were unsurveyed, unchecked out. We're the first one here to explore it. Yes, the power of friendship. Do you have some sort of fleet to deal with the incoming Annihilators? I do. Here they are. It's a fleet of all swarming corvettes. I'm researching the ability for bigger ships like battleships and things, but for the moment, we were focused on peace and prosperity. We were not focused on war, and so we're just spamming little guys. But we also do have the Ahab. That's this much bigger ship here. This was there was a space whale that had a really bad attitude, and it actually killed Gurner. Hashtag never forget. So we have not Gurner, who has joined us. It killed Gurner, our scientist, and then when we eventually came back to avenge Gurner's loss, we found a ship as well as this renowned Admiral that were stuck inside its belly for who knows how long. So they came out and joined us. So we do have a big ship. But for the most part, it's all our little guys. And we're going to head out to start fighting these guys here. We're hoping for some research opportunities. It looks like they're actually having success to their north. Also, our corvettes are much faster than the other guy. So I should actually follow him so they all arrive at the same time. Oh, this was that anomaly. That's a lot of ships, but they're little guys. They die fast. This game, you'll have thousands of ships. Back in the anomaly, stranded scientist. The wreckage of the asteroid is the remains of a vessel belonging to a now stranded scientist, Mikab, identifying herself as belonging to the hitherto unknown Prosnikan species. From amidst the wreckage, she somehow managed to contact Baby Drewski, who's our scientist here. The science officer stations aboard the ISS Walter Raleigh and is requesting to be rescued. She explains that her collision was due to malfunctioning navigational sensors, that she has been unable to leave the asteroid for several years. She claims her scientific knowledge to be without equal, and that she would be a valuable asset. She points to her survival as proof of that. Now, she could join our cause, maybe, or we can leave her, which doesn't sound very nice. But once again, let me point out, we are above our leader capacity, which is costing the whole empire through the leaders not being able to gain experience as much. So we could have her join our cause. She'll share her technological knowledge, though. That might be worth it. Or we could leave her. One of two options. 50% chance. Baby Drewski gains the adaptionist trait, which would give leader experience gain. Or 50% chance Baby Drewski becomes paranoid and as a result, causes a Empire research malice there. If Baby Drewski's on the council, we should check. We've got Duchy, Cardella, Elias, Giito, Ulastar, Pastor Drewski all in the council, but not Baby Drewski. And I can. And that actually is what we're probably going to do, is we're going to take her in and fire her. Yes. So we're going to let her in. Mikab, there she is, looking strangely human. Ooh, Spark of Genius, Computing, Physics Focus. This is not bad. Brings in some monthly minerals. Not really all that bad. So on our government here, here's the door. Yes, on our government, Elias, Cardella. I mean, we're kind of committed to a bunch of these guys, but she might bring more to the table, or we just wait because you guys are about to kick the bucket. Elias is 161 years old after all. We'll just have her on deck. Ah, Vinny, yes. So this is actually the latest DLC brought in this council. I love it. I love it. You have legendary heroes. They have their own storylines, story arcs. We've experienced several of them this game. This is a squid face guy. He's a legendary guy who showed up. I've got a really cool Admiral. This guy, he has his own unique storyline, his own unique relic that he brings to the Empire. This thing. The key. Oh, spoilers. In case you're going to play it sometime. So anyway, it's all pretty neat. Oh, and I just realized, because I've been pumping out all these alloys, we have no minerals at all. The new leader brings in 30 minerals a turn. It might just be worth it to hold on to it for that. I'm sitting on 18,000, but we're going to spend it real fast. Am I able to do... Yes, I can. That'll be a lower tier job, though, so I'm not going to mess with it. We'll just get another slot here eventually. Yeah, you guys are all crumbling. And I don't even think I'm going to build another science ship. Like, I think you guys are on death's door. So she'll just fill in the slot. She'll just be the next one to be on the ship. So it'll tell us up top here that we have an idle leader for a little bit. Back to our fleets. So we arrived at the party late, but there's still more we can do. Let's go up here and fight this 33,000. We've got 100,000. I want to find some stuff to research.
Construction complete.
Speaking of, I need a scientist to do that with. These guys are both busy, so we're going to bring this one in. Oh, okay. Gray and purple made peace, and it definitely seems like Gray got the upper hand. So Star Collective gained 15 systems. This whole section just went gray. And looks like purple gained 1. Who knows? Who knows which one that is? These guys here. In fact, are they no longer? They're independent. Wow, they're not part of the... These are the birds that got mad at us when we took this planet. They were almost going to declare war on us way back. We're talking like episode 2. These guys were going to... So this... let me go into it. This black hole has a ruined matter decompressor. One day we'll get to repair it. We wanted it. They got to it first. And then, of no fault of our own, a mysterious fleet on a kamikaze course showed up and attacked it, and it went neutral. We claimed it, and they never forgave us. They wanted to declare war on us, but they joined... Actually, no, they got attacked by purple over here who loves us. Everyone loves us, except for those other purple guys. These purple, dark purple. They declared war and forced these guys to change their government and become a part of their federation. And so they were unwilling members of this federation, and they just got gobbled up. They're gone. They were this whole section here. So that is a major change. Gray loves us too. These are hive. This is a hive mind. These aphid guys. These guys. They like us quite a bit. They're friendly. Of course, the relations are dropping. I do have one leader I could improve relations with you. There you go. Stay my friend. These guys are they're actually the master over these guys up here. These are the vassals. So the ones in the south are the ones that matter. I think everyone else is in the galactic community. Oh, and the spy network. Right. We have a spy network on the Annihilators. Which is also new, but not that great. We're going to steal a tech, though, because we can. You go do that. Back to the fleets. Back to the fleets. End of the Holy Principality. Okay, so they just disappeared entirely. The planets that they still had left were not colonized. So that's the end of the bird people. I think, aside from the slaves now in the hive mind empire, who can't survive, unless I think they actually will be kicked out. They'll be all refugees, or they'll be eaten, depending on what the hive mind does. I think the planets that we have that have their people on it, because a lot of them migrated to us. I think we might be the only source of those survivors. The last ones to maintain the bird people there. Meanwhile, fleet battle. They have a second fleet, not large. Let's go in.
Hostile station engaged.
Oh! For the bird people. Hashtag never forget. The Eldrake observed. The Von Braun has entered the Sinistra system and is observing the Eldrake circling the star. That's right, I accidentally moved through the system. I didn't realize I needed to go here. This was when we first opened the L gate, and it said that the drakes were coming here. And it was like, oh, I don't know why. And I was like, yeah, it's strange, and I ignored it. The creature seems lost, but has noted our vessel's presence. While it does not approach, its circuitous route now incorporates an almost playful plunge and sweep, seemingly directed at the Von Braun. Perhaps we can communicate with it. A special project to tame the Drake. Yes.
Situation log updated.
Yes. Alright, go do that first. Back to the battle. I slowed down time just a bit. Looks like their fleet's actually running away, but it turned.
Research.
Okay, the council is finished. We are now on the council. We finished some research. That defensive web slinger is actually really good. I'm going to grab it. It's a rare tech. And we're on the council now, so we can actually call an emergency measure to force a vote on something right away. If there's something that we want to have voted on. Or we can veto things that we don't like now that we're on the council. Yeah, Space Dragon. Is there something that we want to see happen? Looks like all of these are just not important. Resolution. We want to declare like a galactic crisis here. Yeah, we could focus on the Great Khan. I don't want to focus that. I want to focus the Annihilators. Oh, that's loyalty and things. We don't care about that. Crisis declaration. Okay. There's intermediate support. Why can I not vote on it? I'm lacking 3. I'm lacking 3, but we can, in 1 month's time, we can and we shall declare the Mishra and Annihilators as the galactic crisis to unite all members of the galactic community to declare a total war against the target, which can only end when one side is destroyed or if the resolution is repealed. This would give us all a ship build speed increase and ship upkeep minus 10%. Now, I do want to make that happen, But that does mean we're at war right then. It doesn't mean they're the threat. That means we are at war. And so I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. We need to finish building our defensive station in the bottleneck system, that sort of thing. So maybe we just continue to build up first, and maybe we can denounce them or something. I don't know why it only allows this one. For the most part, I tend to ignore the Galactic Council, so I'm actually enjoying the possibilities here. Oh, but we can nominate a custodian. And let us hope the Annihilators won't have chewed up half the living species in the galaxy since then. Yeah, we're already, like, we picked the political branch, like, we didn't do the conquest, you know. But check this out. We can nominate a galactic custodian. You know, for the good of the galaxy, right? We emergency executive power would be potentially passed to the custodian, which would be one of the 3 in the council. So we would nominate the custodian for the Druskish Light, which has strong support. All of the Jar Jars of the galaxy think this is a great idea. And so the Druskish Enlightened Kingdom becomes the galactic custodian. When decisive action is needed, a member of the council can be elevated to the position of galactic custodian. The custodian is granted special powers and can propose new and powerful resolutions. Only I know what's good for the people. We might vote on this first. We might make this happen first before we actually outright declare the war. Also, there's weak support right now, but we could start going towards eventually, you know, the council has 3 members. It seems like a lot. I mean, there's a lot of ways that 3 empires might not agree. If we want to really streamline the solutions, we might propose a change to make it, I don't know, 2 members. 2 members. Now, there's only weak support right now, but you know, maybe at some point we can streamline by not having 3, maybe 2, maybe 1, but that's much later. That's some other time. For now, though, we might just need a custodian to care for our needs. Meanwhile, how can the galaxy prosper if there isn't one guy to point in the right direction? Absolutely. As peaceful Slaws leading the way in galactic love and friendship, who else would be the right choice for such a path to prosperity? There's a lot been going on, but we did have that scientist. She has put her knowledge of technology to good use. Her shared insights have pushed our physics research to new heights. Our research into technologies is furthered. Okay, the Galactic Council. The members of the galactic community have voted to establish a Galactic Council. Membership of this august body will be limited to representatives from the 3 most powerful and influential empires in the community. Until a new council is elected, these are the Druskish Enlightened Kingdom, and oh yeah, the Nexus and Uru Warriors clans. They're there too. The members of the council are expected to lead and safeguard the galactic community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape that is so often inhibits the decision-making process in large political institutions. Now we can finally get things done. So true. Fleets are a little deciding which one needs to be focused down. There we go. Oh, it's listing. It'll die, I promise. There it goes. Or maybe it just drifts. Oh. All right. Some of our founder species is back on the slave market. There's a Druskite that we could possibly set free. It's expensive. We'll set you free. There's a planet up here. There's some stuff to be had over here. It's only 14 though.
System survey complete.
Oh, we can make the proposal. We need a galactic custodian. Oh, it can't be proposed. We just started the council. So it's being delayed for, I don't know, what is that, 10 years? Oh, no, you don't. The game is making us wait, so no custodian yet. No custodian yet. I think this planet, there we go, another moat.
Blocker clear.
Ah, there's the Chosen of the Great Khan. This is the big fleet down there. So the Great Khan is actually on that one, I think. That is the Chosen of the Great Khan. So that is the capital ship. But that's actually a big navy right there. So that's larger than ours. But if we were to go, just happen to go at the same time as this guy, it should be okay. We need to keep an eye on which direction he's going. If only I could Wololo. Okay, looks like he's going to go to the next one over there. That's okay, we'll follow. The warrior clans are opening borders to us. More Druskites available for sale. 56. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. One pop is not worth it. It wasn't worth it earlier either. I don't remember what happened to this place. This has all of the blockers on the... Oh, yes! This is Fervor! That's right. These are the people at the very beginning of the game, actually 100 years before our game. These people decided that all alien life in the galaxy needed to be extinguished, and so they launched a mass driver from their system here to our system here at Prime towards the planet of Twitch. And they missed. They hit the divider. They broke our planet here. And so we went on this long story division of our people. You know, the people didn't agree. What should we do about it? We wanted to unite the galaxy in peace and friendship. And so we found them. We met them. They said they changed their ways. And so we adopted them into our own. And I think, didn't we get a chance to reform our government? We did. That's right. We added in the diplomatic corps, I think. So that was all very nice, but that does mean the planet, which I think we're terraforming right now, can't do any minerals. They mined up all the minerals to throw rocks at everyone around them. That's how they rolled.
Hostile fleet engaged. Spaceborne life form encountered. Research complete.
Battleships. Very good. Let's get the impulse thruster so we can move. We need all the naval tech.
Hostile fleet engaged.
They actually have a planet. Oh, that's their capital.
Special project complete.
We tamed the Drake! Oddly enough, the L Drake responds well to transmissions broadcast at wavelengths usually reserved for IFF systems. Do I build the ships myself? I do. I build my own, but I have not been paying attention to the last several years of when they reworked combat, so I still kind of do my own thing. And it's probably, at one point it was good, it probably is no longer the case. Cardella, Science Officer Cardella, has developed a fairly sophisticated set of commands that the Eldrake is able to interpret and will happily execute in exchange for the occasional friendly wrestling match with one of our science ships. The Eldrake joins the Enlightened Kingdom.
Hostile fleet engaged.
There he is. We have an Eldrake. He's an immature specimen, so we're not going to send him off to battle. We have no idea how much strength it has. It's just as a skull. You're just going to protect Prime. Oh, looks like a fleet joined up. It's the Chosen of the Great Khan. I'm fighting the Khan right there. Did not notice. But he didn't come with the rest of his fleet. And therefore, the Great Khan has met defeat. In spite of her vaunted military genius, Petals of Yellow, the Great Khan of the Cimmerian Horde, has met with defeat in the Epsilon Erdani system, when the armada she was commanding was lost in battle against forces belonging to the... Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. The Multitude. We were the ones to engage that fleet first. The Great Khan and her closest officers fled into hyperspace in a small shuttlecraft. Even now, Petals of Yellow is busy assembling a new armada to resume her conquests, but this victory has brought some much needed respite to those who oppose the relentless advance of the Cimmerian Horde, so the Great Khan is not infallible. Well, I'm a little disappointed, but there is a special project here.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
So ship designer, basically I'm just doing corvettes at the moment. We're going to do a balanced fleet shortly, when I can finally afford to. But we've been draining all of our alloys. I have no minerals. It's really not a great time to be at war. Ah, there are nanites to be found.
Hostile station engaged. System survey complete.
Ghost Danny, yes, it was, well,
Spaceborne life
sort of
form
empty.
encountered.
It was a Drakes. The Drakes showed up and started, you know, exploring around the galaxy. So we tamed one.
Anomaly found.
In fact, that reminds me. There we go. Anomaly found. On the surface of this asteroid sits what appears to be a large machine of unknown origin and purpose. We're going to check it out. Yes. This is our tidally locked planet, so all the generator. Yeah, we'll just do a monument and then build more of these. You know, I don't know if I ever put all three together, because they're just, you know, you only see one a game, so I never thought of it as like a parallel. Yeah, 4, because one's actually empty. Den has a food request. Yeah, we got 400 food for you. The Annihilator sending an insult our way. Your species seems to grow more and more disgusting for each passing day, Druskite. Well then.
Research complete.
We found an alien machine. Further scans suggest the machine is still operational, though its purpose remains entirely unclear. Science Officer Baby Drewski has never seen anything like it. Some of its materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien in the design of its components. The machine has what appears to be a console with one item in particular standing out, a large crooked lever of unknown material. What does this lever do? I really don't want to have that up here. We can pull the lever or we can take it apart and get not an insignificant amount of science there. Okay, so I really don't want to pull the lever. This is actually a lot of science, isn't it? We're getting only 1,000 a turn. This is 30 months worth of science. I think I can justify it to take it apart. I'm gonna do it. We've got a lot already on our plate. We might have to find out another time, Cardella. I don't want to give spoilers. It's not a huge deal usually, but in this location, this place, it's not something I want.
System survey complete.
Why is there 67 here? I don't have extra ships here. Oh, it's just they leveled up and they're getting some odd number from their fleet command limit minus 27. Yeah, there you go. Weird. We gain we gain 10 fleet command but they only gain 7.
Science ship under attack.
Whoa. Ah. Oh no, Cardella! You might not get out of this. They've rebuilt the space station. The construction ship got through. All right, Cardella. Get out of there. Okay, emergency hyper jump. Well done. Yep, you survived once. You did it again. Salvager work. This is not all that helpful, but it is building. It's 2 years of something I don't really care about, but I'm spending it. Yeah, that's what that is. You know, I could, since I'm still just doing Corvettes. Yeah, since I'm just doing Corvettes, let's get a Corvette squadron here for 15, and then re-equip it. And even get a battleship and re-equip it too. I just don't have the tech for it. Yeah. So we're gonna upgrade these guys. I'll wait till after we get the tech here. Oh, that's right. This is our new shipyard because it is connected to the L gate. You go hang out there. Let the newer generations deal with the Annihilators, but you'll die on your own terms. No one else gets to pull the plug. We're maxed out on minor artifacts again.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Not really anything to do.
Construction complete.
Okay. There was an odd factor in Tystra Prime. It was a long time ago, before this stream. It seems like the colony will maintain the projected production. There could have been something wrong with it. It seems fine. Well, Ghost, it's an L-gate system that I own the terminal egress, though. So we got to hold the front line. And I have a backup shipyard as well. The main thing is I had the... Before we opened the L-gate, that was a fully upgraded fortress, Star Fortress. Hey, Wirpo! I had a fortress in the system anyway, and I just converted it from defensive to shipyard. Great Khan, Petals of Yellow. With a message. Great Khan, Petals of Yellow of the Cementrian Horde. My defeat at the hands of the multitude, really the Druskites, but, you know, we'll let that slide, was a minor setback. Nothing more. The post-Ruxelia are brave warriors and worthy opponents, but they too will fall before us. The tide of history is sweeping across the galaxy, and nothing can stop it. My new armada has been assembled. Swear fealty to me now while you still have time. A second onslaught approaches.
Fleet destroyed.
Oh. Okay. Remember how we had the Ahab leading the way? Ahab died. That's okay. It was... ships that you get through story, you can't upgrade, you can't maintain them. And so as our technology goes further, I would not have been able to upgrade it. I did want to keep the Admiral. Oh, that's okay. I don't even really need to be going out and fighting these, but we're doing it. And our relic activation is live. I can get sublight speed. We can get pops on our planets. We can have a 50% biology research speed increase. The new one here allows all of our ships to make jumps instead of having to use hyperlanes. But we're just going to do this. We're going to get 100,000 energy credits right now. I'm going to spend everything I've got. And then just get 100,000 energy credits. So that was a bit of a bummer, but it's fine. So it's debatable. So Ghost Danny, you're right. I usually go with the ion cans. We're still just building this thing. The problem is sometimes you actually don't want to engage them when they come through that L gate. Sometimes it's a fleet you're not ready to handle, and so you know, I'll build a star you know, what is it, a warp gate here. And then you can just travel between the two or whatever. But sometimes I don't want to necessarily pick a fight that I'm not ready to win. If you have an ion beam, you're picking the fight, right? So like, because it will hit them. So you know, that's a possibility, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's true.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Ah, the Festival of Worlds. Due to the overabundance of happiness being spread by the Festival of Worlds, some of the event organizers have begun to fall in love with our way of life. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? We are the peaceful, Druskish Enlightened Kingdom. They claim to wish to remain here, to settle down and become part of our empire. Yes, yes, we'll let you stay. Speaking of, I haven't looked at this species in forever. This is so daunting. Most of our people have been awakened in their psionic potential. Looks like we need to convert some of these guys here to get rid of some of the negatives, but really it's not that many people, not that many pops. Here's the 2 new Goks. They like to live in relic worlds, apparently. You need more meat shields. I think this one was supposed to be... I never actually converted these guys to the one that they're supposed to be, looks like. But again, it's only 4 pops. It's not going to be worth the 3 months it takes to do. I think all the big population groups we've converted already in a previous playthrough.
Blocker cleared.
Ah, Elias has found impressive structures on a surface of the planet, particularly begging for some archaeological work. Yes, you can do that. What did I do? I clicked to fleet. Oh, 3rd fleet. In the last game, 400,000 Citadel guarding and terminal egress. All defense platforms have Marauder missiles and Whirlwind missiles and heavily stacked explosive weapons. Yes, yes. I will probably not get to that far. We'll see. The Annihilators... Mostly we're doing this for role-playing purposes. Like, I'm not in any way playing efficiently. Right? Like, we're... You know, look at this. We're going politics, diplomacy... unyielding. I could do defensive, but we're not playing efficiently. We're not doing all of the ideal outcomes. We'll know everything there's to know about everyone there. Ah, the new colony was with Titanic life. We've been building gene clinics again. It's more for the... It's not for the efficiency. Like, this planet probably shouldn't do it. It's too late, but we have been building them across the Empire. This one is probably just going to be a research place because we got the 25% bonus. So I'll probably throw in a monument first, and then we'll just go all out on the labs. Ah, this was that place we found out for the archaeological work. It's uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, you think? But not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet. Evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. Very artistic. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. We'll image them for the archives. I wanted to... Where's the... There's the Great Khan is there again, isn't it? With the whole rest of that fleet. Looks like they're on their way. I want to be the one to get credit. All my corvettes. My mighty fleet of corvettes.
System survey.
That used to be a meta. It is no longer a meta. Now it's just me being lazy about not designing new ships until I have more tech. Alright, Elias. Our Lord Chancellor has leveled up. He can be a perceptive mentor, master bureaucrat, or deep space explorer. The explorer's probably out. Science ships are not doing much anymore. The bureaucrat, you are on our council, so we would benefit from this. Leaders are cheaper. Empire size effect is reduced, and we get extra edicts fund for however long you're alive. The size effect is reducing our tech and tradition, so this is valuable. Or leader trait options +1. I'm going to do the bureaucrat. I want to reduce the empire size effect. And did we ever finish? We're 3 months away. We're gonna look at our edicts in a second because we're gonna do this metallurgist output probably.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, here's the Great Khan. And there it goes. The death of the Great Khan. Great Khan, Petals of Yellow, is dead. After her armada met with defeat a second time in the Epsilon Irdrani system, the Great Khan made no attempt to escape her flagship when it was destroyed in battle by the Drushkish Enlightened Kingdom. With their beloved leader gone, a vicious power struggle has erupted in the Horde. The Great Khan's warlords are now fighting each other for control over her empire. It remains to be seen who will emerge on top. So ends the reign of Petals of Yellow. But the throne. The throne, yeah, female Khan. Khanette. After sifting through the wreckage of the Great Khan's flagship, our forces found a large, blood-stained chair floating in space. We're reasonably certain that this piece of furniture is, in fact, the Great Khan's throne. The relic has been placed inside a secure vault. This is why we were actually fighting. We wanted the throne. This is why we risked Ahab and everybody. The Khan's throne. We now have a passive effect. Claim influence cost -20%. We're peaceful. We're not doing any claims. We get the satrapy subject preset. I don't even remember what that does anymore, but we're not doing any subjects. It does give us, however, the Drums of War modifier. When we activate it for 10 years, 20% ship weapon damage. With the added downside of a militarist ethics attraction. Remember, we're peaceful. We don't want a militarist attraction. But 20% ship weapon damage. Every 10 years. So it lasts for 10 years. I think this is a 10-year cooldown, so we can just have it going indefinitely if we pay the activation cost. That is going to be very useful very soon. Yes. Time to go home.
System survey complete. Hostile station engaged.
Whoa. Oops. Time to go home through all of the enemies. All of them. All of them. Well, we had a good fleet. I could do an emergency jump. I think we might be able to do this, but this solar system is home. This is our home now. Does everyone have the same? Yeah, I can retreat everyone if I want. So we're engaging it all one piece at a time. We're still at about 70, 80,000. I think we can clear it. The problem was we didn't need to. This is all going to be a neutral thing for the, after a few months of deliberation. So this is entirely unnecessary. It's just a waste of lives. But if we do a retreat, our fleet becomes unavailable to us for a few years, and the AI doesn't think, oh, their fleet's coming back. The AI thinks, oh, they have no fleet, and so suddenly the Annihilators declare war on us. I think we will pull through. We'll take some losses, but I think we'll clear most of this, and I think it'd be better than actually getting a war declared on us. But it is bad. It isn't something that we wanted at all.
Hostile station engaged.
The downside, what happens with the AI here, is that it might not actually finish these stations. Like this 5,000 making 10,000. You put them all together. We keep like getting drawn off and going fighting big ships. Like these guys will keep shooting at us. We take more losses than we need to. The throne relic. I would if it was, or I'd consider it. But we're on cooldown with our relics because we did the 100,000 crystal. And we're purchasing our extra science buff. Oh, look, the fleet their fleet of 30,000 just came back. They just got a 30,000 fleet in the middle there. I should have retreated. All these losses are totally unnecessary. We get nothing out of it. We do get a little bit of research points, but it's not going to compensate for losing half our fleet when I can't afford the minerals. Alright, alright. No, you don't need to engage anymore. Off you go. Now that there's nothing left, I should have just taken it away from him. Oh well. Okay, several things right here. Mega engineering finally appeared. This is a rare tech in engineering. It gives 20,000 resource storage capacity. That's useful. However, it also unlocks the megastructure restoration ability. We have 2 megastructures. We will finally be able to repair the matter decompressor. And our ruined sensor array. We will know everything going on in the galaxy. Also, we finished our terraforming. Pretty sure we converted all the people, the Fervorian guys, oops, to, nope, they still like to live on deserts. Yeah, we need to change it. Sorry guys, I know you tried to kill us once. I wasn't trying to kill you, though. So we create a template here. Oh. Why am I not able to... Oh, it's -1. It already has an extra pick that it shouldn't normally have. Oh well. Oh well. Where our spies have secured something. A single operative hid within the goods entrance of a remote research facility, waiting to be carried past a number of clearly inadequate Mishran security measures. An unwitting Mishran has placed our operative within easy reach of a terminal for the Mishran Annihilator's central repository. A complex series of electronic blinds and bluffs have exposed the research database for just long enough to make our move. Mishran security will clamp down tightly after we're done here. That will do. Mission accomplished. We'll have to wait 6 years before attempting another breach, but we got the improved reactor boosters. 30% of the tech. So worth it. Looks like these guys are just getting wiped out anyway.
Construction complete.
Okay, the Horde reverted to its old ways. The death of the Great Khan has also proved the killing blow for the many reforms that were instituted to turn their disorganized marauder clans into a consolidated galactic empire. None of the warlords who succeeded the Great Khan have shown the least bit of interest in continuing these reforms, and the Sidmali have reverted to the old ways of their violent marauder past. Samanti are united no longer.
Construction
And they're dead. Once proud nomadic warrior culture is no more. Forces from them have destroyed the last of their massive space stations, probably because we helped. That was the system we marched through. Once again, they're claiming all the credit, but they've destroyed the last of the massive space stations that house the majority of their population. Refugees from the surviving civilization population have scattered across the galaxy. And although some still not just pirates and mercenary fleets may still be unaccounted for, the loss of their space dwellings is a devastating blow that they cannot recover from. This puts a definite end to their raiding. Indeed. There we go. We can now research the debris. New tradition available. Yes. I can't change any of these because it's we just had the Galactic Council happen. So this one's on cooldown. Thus the red. I could declare that crisis now, but I don't want to go to war. Not yet. I think I'm going to leave these. I'm going to save up the influence for when we can propose something that's actually useful. And we got our tech, so let's design a fleet. Or at least redesign our corvettes. We're not going to worry about everything just yet. So it looks like... yeah, it looks like it defaults to having everything on. That's good. We have to decide if we want to stick with the autocannons. I haven't gotten any missile tech. We just have better levels of things. I'm not going to do the suspension field on the corvettes. We might do this on the battleships for the shield hardening. We'll save it for that. Looks like we're done exploring in here.
Species modified. Ships upgraded.
We still have terraforming gas on. We do. And we can do the forge subsidies. Yeah, we could do that. I don't have to do the Veneration of Saints still. I could, if I wanted to keep some unity. But anything else we're interested in? Espionage. Or give us another envoy. I'm actually kind of wanting the envoy. Let's swap that. In fact, let's really look at this. We don't really need the unity. We're gonna need the industry. That's gonna be more important. So that should jump up our minerals. It should jump up our alloys from 300.
Ships
Yeah, we got
upgraded.
a little bit, about 30 more of each. At the small cost of a little bit of unity. Oops. Sorry. Actually, I'm gonna build this one first. It's there's nothing good about it except I just don't want anyone else to move through. I have open borders with everyone. I don't want anyone to move through the L gate and colonize that. I want to claim it first. This one's harder for them to claim. Okay. Well, we have become council members in the Galactic Senate. The Horde is no more. We're trying to position ourselves where we're ready for the Annihilators. But it is a short session. I do need to get going here. I have a meeting here in about 15 minutes or so. Like I said, I've got a couple hats I wear. I am a pastor, but I'm also in charge of a assistance program to help out needy families in our community. And I've got an interview with somebody who's needing some help. So that's coming up in a few minutes. So I'm going to have to sign off there. I think it was a good stopping point. The Horde is defeated. We got to do the finishing blow. We got the throne. Yeah. When am I playing in? So I usually play every weekday afternoon. So I'll have a game of something tomorrow afternoon. But I don't know if it'll be Stellaris. We have another game that we usually play, Mechabellum. And that's kind of like my bread and butter. And so from that, we might play some more Stellaris. I'm enjoying this, and like I said, there's a patch coming out in a week, so I do want to try to finish this game before then. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we can get some more game time in tomorrow. The weekends, I like to try to do something on the weekends. At best, it won't be till Sunday afternoon. I've got to get ready for Sunday church and all that. So Saturday is usually dedicated to that. But I'm glad you guys had fun. Like I said, we're role playing. We're having a good time. It's not trying to be min-maxing, but it is challenging. We're on the hardest difficulty, and you guys can see there's some threats on the horizon. So it's been fun. Yeah, thanks everyone. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Thursday, and I hope to see you tomorrow. So with that, God bless.